first up, I think you can expect on this first weekend of spring, no matter where you are in Australia, to be approached by advocates of the yes outcome for October's referendum over the voice. Now, with multi-millions of dollars of corporate donations still to be spent from everyone from major banks, supermarket chains, sporting bodies, super funds and mining companies, all using shareholders' money, by the way, to campaign, the next 6 weeks will see a blitz, I believe, like you've never seen before. It'll outstrip previous referendum and it'll smash recent by-elections and federal elections. On every shopping strip, and every train station, every tram stop and at suburban sporting events and farmers markets this weekend, from Townsville to Taylor's Lakes, from Perth to Penrith and everywhere in between, the big sell, it's going to be on. The yes vote is likely, in my view, to get the majority vote across the nation when this referendum comes around, as everyone over 18 casts their vote. But just think, the last election and the Teal results in Liberal seats, that's what happened. The vote was overwhelmingly of young people for the Labor government and for the Teals. But I can't see yes getting majority of the states across the line. Now, this double majority is very tough, and it's why so few referendum get up in this country. What worries me, though, is what happens next. It's all well and good for those yes advocates to lecture people like you and me about how Indigenous lives are going to be better come October 15, which is clearly not going to be the case. But what sort of Australia will we be if this referendum actually fails, if it goes down? We're going to be a nation divided along racial lines, which we are not today and never have been. Now, Australia, despite the noise we're hearing, is not a racist, I repeat, not a racist country. America is a racist country. South Africa was a racist country, but not Australia. But if the no vote prevails, just wait and see. It will not be long for the radical among the yes to start shouting, "See, we told you so," that the no voters don't like blackfellas. They're a bunch of racists who want to steal our land and our children and profit off what should be ours. It's not true, of course, but with the welcome to country and the always was, always will be Indigenous land, non-Aboriginal Australians are being set up, you and me, to be the bad guys. Now, this worries me a lot. I said yesterday, who outside the prominent no campaigners, people like Warren Mundine or Jacinta Price, would be game to wear a no branded T-shirt, hat, hoodie to their local school, sport or market this Saturday? I sure wouldn't. You'd be immediately judged in the terms I just described, and that's unfair. Let me give you one small example. A woman called Jackie Huggins, who is described today as an Aboriginal author — why not just call her an author, by the way, but I suppose that's for context. She said yesterday when campaigning, she made a statement that Australians would vote, quote, on what people think of us, end quote. Seriously? Look, I don't know about you, but my vote will be cast on whether I think the yes vote will reduce the high rates of domestic violence among Indigenous Australians. And I'll vote yes if health and education outcomes for remote communities will get better and lives improved. Not about what I think of an author I've never even heard of. That statement of hers suggests that if Australians, Australia, you, me, and other people votes no, that we don't think much of Aboriginal people. And that right there is where the yes side has a massive problem. They don't understand Australians of non-Indigenous heritage. They don't think like that at all. We do not. In reality, suburban-based, non-Indigenous Aussies, really their only contact with Indigenous Australians, if we want to be honest, is watching them play sport, whether it be AFL, NRL, rugby, soccer. And the hero worshipping of the skills of those players is overwhelmingly positive, with very limited exceptions. That author needs to realise if no prevails, it's because Australians like me don't think sticking words in the Constitution will do anything to help those that need it. But don't call me a racist because of it, because I'm not.